Hey, it's Dan Greats. My friends call me Greatsy. And after a brief hiatus whoring myself out to corporate Australia, I'm back with my 3 things this week. The first one hits a bit too close to home. I'm coming to you right now from Quandamooka country, which sits in the Redland City local government area. And we're just over 2 weeks out from council elections, and who should put their hand up to run for mayor but Nepo baby and keen amateur reportage photographer, Andrew Lammo. He's the smallest person to ever hold public office. I mean, like a really tiny man. He's so desperate to get back on the public teat after being booted from the feds and denied pre-selection for state that he's gone full troll mode in attacks against other independent candidates for mayor. He gate-crashed a community meeting after being specifically asked not to attend. And this week, he was savagely owned by a current affair who pulled out all the tricks in their dodgy Builder episode playbook, including all the classic hits like the car park chase down, the coffee shop ambush, and the ominous social media montage. So please, dear neighbours of the Redlands, can we please consign this shallow husk of a man to the scrap heap of political history? I mean, not only does he rip off AOC's graphic design, but his policy platform has almost nothing on it that is actually in the domain of local government. The most local he gets is sculling vodka cruises with recent school leavers. And if you're from the Redlands, please know, Andy has stationed himself at the Redlands Public Library every Sunday at 8 a.m. in the lead up to the election. So get down there and let him know how you feel. He loves being accountable. But it's not all bad in the Redlands. Local mum, business owner and advocate Jess Taylor, who, full disclosure, is a friend of mine, after 10 years of lobbying has just secured $18 million in state government funding for endometriosis, a condition that is more common than asthma and diabetes but is rarely talked about. This is the largest investment towards treating this debilitating condition in the history of Queensland, but it was almost completely ignored by the media when it was announced. 12,000 people throughout this process told their story of dealing with the condition, and many described the feeling of not being believed by medical professionals. So, 3 cheers for Jess and all those who have fought long and hard to get this across the line. Finally, back down to Tasmania, which is facing a potentially history-making election. After a scandal-plagued decade in Parliament, the Liberal Premier Jeremy Rockcliff, their third since coming to power, called a snap election for the 23rd of March this year, 3 weeks from now. And in the lead up to this, the strangest thing happened. The LNP, normally the party of small government, decided to add 10 entirely new seats to the parliament that will be contested for the very first time at this election. Which brings me to an issue you'll hear about frequently from now on at The Undercurrent: independent politics. I'm talking about true grassroots, community-led politics where decent people who are tired of the red versus blue bullshit get together, decide on common values, select a quality candidate, and then work tirelessly to get them elected. And once they're elected, keep them accountable. In my opinion, the biggest reticence voters have in supporting independence is the FUD that gets spread around about hung parliaments and chaos. Never mind that our current parliament often resembles a shit show in a rusty skip bin. The truth is that there are countless examples of quality independent MPs that have achieved huge things for their electorates. We'll be telling some of those stories soon. And at this election, there is a genuine chance for independents to take the balance of power and then show the rest of Australia what's really possible when a government isn't beholden to a backroom party platform. I had a trip to Launceston already planned before this election was called to cover the first major meeting of all the Tasmanian independent groups and community advocates. Since the snap election was called, that meeting just got a whole lot more interesting and vitally important. I'll be in Launie this Sunday, camera in hand, ready to chat to the legends that are putting themselves forward to represent their communities. So make sure you come and say hi, and if you're not in town for the event, keep your eyes out for the coverage I'll be posting during and after. And as always, if you've got a story you think needs telling, hit us up at theundercurrent.com.